Good evening. It's April 9, 2020. And we're back with another episode of my live code streaming office development today. Let's start the show. Welcome back. It's been a week since last time live streaming. Also office development. We're still in quarantine at home. So this is a special episode, live streaming from home. Well, the truth is I'm always live streaming from home, so there's no difference at all. Today I'm trying to continue with the .NET Core project that we seen last week, where the Office team's working on an implementation of getting a React add-in working in .NET Core environment. So let's go to the code window and don't forget to subscribe if you watch the show. I want to know when I'm streaming again. At this time, it's almost once a week, and every other 14 days, Dutch SDN cast with Marcel Meijer and Roy Jansen, and a special guest. Last Tuesday we had Hassan Fadili as a guest, explaining DevOps and stuff like that. But that's the Dutch show. This is the English show where we get into office development and hopefully learn something about it. It's not the easiest environment to work with, especially if you come from Visual Studio Tools for Office, Visto, the full big .NET framework edition of office development, and we're trying to move to JavaScript, Office.js, React, and whatnot. So let's open Visual Studio and see where we left off last week. Hopefully there are not too many updates in the environment today. I think it's this one. And there's, something coming up. I upgraded my Azure VM last week, and I think it's a lot more responsive than the one that we had previously. Upgraded the disk and the CPU, but still taking some time. But that's always the first time booting up the Visual Studio items. Let's see what's going on there. Loading project file. Whenever you point at it, then it starts loading. Here it is. What we did the last time was moving this into the special folder underneath the template folder. We go to, for instance, the manifest file, open containing folder. This is in the project from Visual Studio, created by the template, but I put in the website from that we created outside the template, according to the way it was instructed. Let me quickly go to GitHub and see if they actually updated maybe some things. I have a link on my other screen. Let's go to that in here. There we go again. Confirm your account. Why would I do that? Confirm your account recovery settings. Your account recovery settings up to date. Yeah, I think they are up to date. Confirm. Always nice to get stuff like that while we're live coding. let's see if there's something new in here. This is samples part 70 days ago, so there's not much new in here, I think. 4 years ago. No, it's about the React project, this one, 22 days ago. Not much going on in there, but maybe what I found out is that sometimes the updates are first to be found in a different branch. So let's have a look at the other branches. Travis. Dialog sample. This must be fairly new, but I don't think it's related to the React add-in. Authentication, issue fix, template, SR template. Let's see what's in there. There's a, 7 months ago. That's even older. That's probably the first one where they started doing this, creating a sample task. This is exactly the one that we have been looking at. Initial release 23rd of September 2019. So that's quite old. Probably the first setup, shared runtime. What's in there? Also 24th, just after the first release. Same thing. This is by John Tart. Fix. And all these branches have something to be related with. How is this different? 14 days ago. So this one is relatively new. Add ASP in the core React web project to the solution. Download, clone the repo. That's what we did. Studio, right-click the solution, add existing project. That's what we did as well. There are 2 project folders. Yeah, that's what we did as well. Select the add-in project in Solution Explorer. We have the name you gave project and have the icons shown in the following screenshot. My web add-in. That's interesting because where does it show then? Then copy over the. Oh wait, yeah, this one is this one. Little office thingy, my web add-in. And underneath that is this one. You have this web project item. You switch it over. Currently I removed the old one, so the second one is not available in here. Then copy over the XML from the old to the new one. That's exactly the same, so nothing different in this area. Let's find something else. Dev. Oh, dev is not available. In this branch there's no React add-in stuff. Inject add-in. There's a React add-in thing in there, but that's kind of old. And this is about this one, most likely. Yeah, so no updates in here. But I'm quite curious to see if what's exactly in the samples thingy. Well, let's get this and clone it again. Go to the terminal. This is not a terminal. This is terminal. Make directory temp 2020.0409 temp. Yes, git clone something. Oh, yeah, that's not working in here. Like this. Probably need to update my terminal. That might be something to do that we can do in a next live screen, live stream. It's more like Halloween live scream. Let's do this. Let's see if it's not taking too long, hopefully. I wonder if there's something special that's related to the templates. I also wonder where the templates are defined for Visual Studio. Google create Visual Studio project template. That's this one. Multi-project templates. Actually, this is a multi-template project. Here's template. Where is this stored? Sent to a compressed zip folder. It's a zip file. Then the zip file is over to the template directory, like this one. Copy. This is a two projects example. What's this one? Multi-project from an existing solution. Come from an existing solution. Let's have a look. Should be somewhere over here. User profile, documents, Deloitte. No, Deloitte. That's too much work. It's Visual Studio version. There's only one. Let's put this for reference. Templates, project templates. No, that's different. Yeah, that's the this is your own templates directory. So what if you want to have the installed one? Maybe that's something like app data, I guess. Just a wild guess. Have a look at this Visual Studio. Oh, that's only log files. Maybe it's local. Microsoft. Visual Studio. And then we have the 16. This is the preview, I think. Packages. No. Item template cache. Project template cache. As template. No. Where? Google. Where are Visual Studio? Breaking my tongue these days. Too much corona on it, I think. Where are Visual Studio extensions? No, not extensions. Templates. Project templates installed. User profile, but this is the user templates. I don't want the user templates, I want the installed templates. Maybe it's in the same article. Log and organize project and item templates. Program fast. Here the default template installed. It's still 32-bit. Let's try this. My mic is in my way of my keyboard. Preview? Yeah, I think of the preview. It's a preview version, isn't it? About. Yes, preview. Preview. And then, according to the documentation, edition, Common 7. Common 7. IDE. Project templates, language local. Project templates, this one. And what's in here? VST MAN. Visto, there's a Visto thingy. It's a C#. Is it C#? It is, yes, C#. And I think it's all about Office add-ins. Well, there we are. Excel 15. Excel 15, that's Office 20 something. Create a new project. Let's quickly see if that matches the output of the folder. New project. There we have something like Office in there. C#. It must be this one, Excel web add-in, for instance. This one. There's no specification for the Office version. Excel. Yeah, if you go to next, then you have the choice for. Well, that's a little bit later. Instead of the framework, I don't want to select 4.7.2, but I want to .NET Core. So you need to have that changed in the template. Let's filter on Excel. only two. Back. There's an Excel. We have an add-in template. This is the old add-in, I think. Visto. That's interesting. If we go to this one, platform, I'm not a fan of this project file, thingy, because this one is the new project dialog. I mean, this one is the new. This is the old add-in, so-called old. That's like VStudio Tools for Office add-in. VStudio. Still a lot of items in the list, if you ask me. Like Excel, 3 Excel, info path. How many do we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the same. So there should be a match in this. This is the add-in template workbook. Is this one? Nope. Info path. Outlook, PowerPoint. So if we select this one, the Office web add-in, that's not this one. Oh, no. That's not this one. So this is a different folder. Add-ins. Must be something different then. Web add-ins. Well, that's all SharePoint. I wonder if it's the same as this one. Web. Let's have a look at this one. Go into the folder for this one. Where is it? Open containing folder. SharePoint project item. Interesting. Packages. Open with Notepad. Studio format, VStudio version 16. So this is the multi-project thing, where this is the one project, that's the web add-in itself. The other one, the project, that's the web add-in. And have the configuration settings. Solution 31.5 something. What we have to copy in there was, if you go to the Excel, this one, that would be the ID. This one we have to copy over. Final. It's only to be found in this one, so Not sure why we need to copy this over. Let's get back to this. This is the base project. This is the React add-in that we inserted there. And we have a global section, solution configuration platform, any active config, deploy, debug release, all the release options. There's difference between this one, is the DE something, and this is the 1.3 something. Probably related to both projects. This is the DE, and the other one is the TypeScript project. The idea is not something to be found in here, I think. 7E6. No. Solution GUID 315. So something different. So not much special in there. Projects. So how can we find whatever is in here? Design time build? No. V16? No. Application host config? Notepad? Let's make this a little bit small. It's the web server. Wow. Looks like these are all browser settings or something. Not sure what the use is of this. Let's get back to the templates folder, because let's start here and find for Excel, add-in project. I think this is the one. What are these things like? Well, let's CS project, VB project, VS template. They only show the ones where it starts with Excel. That's more like it. web add-in template. Let's make this a list. Where is it located? We don't want the Visual Basic ones. We want the web add-in. So it must be the SharePoint one. C#, and then this is the Studio template. Of a SharePoint. It's the same folder, I think. Which one was the VB? That's VB, and I want the C# one. Open file location. There it is. That's this one. So what if I copy this over? Copy to temp maybe? Projects. Make a new folder in here. Visual Studio templates. Let's have a look. What's in here? Open with Visual. Let's just go to this folder. Go in here and code dot. Let's see what's in here. That's a template. Show output. Yeah, who cares? Okay. Let's see, what do we have in here? C#. Project type C#. Name package. SharePoint 15 Excel C# template ID. Replace params. Project name, that's the self-host 1011. Self-host SP data, that's this one. Zero, one, zero, and the 11. The 10 and the 11. Then target office version 15. That didn't change. Add in host types. Workbook. That's for Excel. Send App Sentinel. A basic web form item template name. SharePoint 15 content add in basic web form item zip. Something like this. Can you find that somewhere? SharePoint content add in visualization web form item. SharePoint 15 task pane add-in web form item zip. What's the difference between? Oh, yeah. So this one is content task pane web form mail. That's Outlook Office appetizing web form template standalone item. No web project Office add-in scenarios are currently not supported. No web project Office add-in scenarios. Currently so. Okay. Multi-items. Project item manifest. That's the manifest part. This will create something like project name, the manifest, and then the project name. Custom param. Provider name. Begin basic settings. Add in metadata. The host node is required. Each host can have a different set of commands. Excel host is workbook. Word is host. Word host is document. What's this? Something like a text or something. Let's go in here. So if I create a web add-in, next. Solution is a container for one or more projects. Import ID must be unique. Use ping icons. Seems kind of generic information, if you ask me. Microsoft Studio SharePoint project extensions wizards. Office app project wizard. Okay. This has not changed much. Because you just put in the same GUID. There's a manifest in here, like Office app. If Office app is mail app, and it's not, it's something like Excel. Mail app, mail app, mail app, mail app, task pane app. Workbook. The host type was workbook, so that's giving you those who get started title, get started description, learn more, tap home. This is like the ribbon. So this is the placeholder for the Github loader. Because if you look at the Contoso stuff, yeah, that's all gone now because you override it with your own template. What you do is like this. This one is the one that you got from GitHub. So nothing Contoso anymore other than the default value. But the question is, can you, instead of running the Office add-in with version to something, where is it? Where is that defined? Startup. No. First, let me optimize my Visual Studio because I saved this. Yeah, then it's removing all the unused items. So this is an ASP.NET Core item containing a React application. So that's interesting. So instead of, let me see, because the React item is in here. So how does this trigger the React add-in then? That's this one. That's like the app is put in there, TypeScript. Let's quickly do this one. Whether can go 2020 0409. So let's make a dummy project here and put that in the C data projects. Can go something over there. Solution name, same thing. Place solution project, same directory. No. Let's create this. There you get a question if you want to create a full Excel version or something in the spreadsheet, we want to add in version. So I guess the only difference in there is if you go to VS Code in here, that's the specification of this zip file. Where is it? More on the top, I think. Like this one. What are we building? I think we are building. Add-in host is a workbook, so it's not content app basic. Form item or I would think something like this one. Task pane add-in web form item .zip. Let's try and find this in this area somewhere. Can we find it? Must be somewhere. Where am I? This is not right. Stop. Stop the show. I don't want to find it in this folder. I want to find it in here. Project templates. Studio. Installer. Yeah. Let's find it on this level. Like this. Must be somewhere. Maybe it's inside some other zip file, maybe. The templates. Excel web add-in. Nothing to match. I need to find it on the complete drive then. Let's find it. In the meantime, I think this was when finished. Can go version. But this is the website, and this is the one. So if you go to folder, there you see SharePoint task pane adding web form item, home and functions. Nothing in there. Functions, nothing there. But the name is actually right, I think. Still not finding it. Guess it's somewhere inside the project, maybe. JS, and that's targeting 472. Well, that's not right, but it's taking it from this one, I think. Is that this one? Yes. So if we look at packages.config in the other one, in the new .NET Core version, that one doesn't have a packages.config, does it? No. But this one has the nothing. Startup. App settings. No. it's a mystery. This one, do we have that? Do we have a program CS in there? No. This is really a web page with the old web config and the packages config. That's like the old system. So how is this different with the manifest? Let's say display name URL. This goes to default settings, remote app URL home.html. So this one. Where's my manifest? Source location, default value, remote app URL, and this one is doing it on there's the default settings, source location. This one. It's just a root. Like this, the root. And that's running like an ASP.NET service. So if we go to the project over here, load it. In here, CMD. And I do .NET run. Oh, run without a dash. .NET run. Something happening? Something is going on. There it is. This kind of language. 10.0.1.4, but it's pointing to HTTPS. Compiled successfully. HTTPS 10.14. Oh, localhost 5001. Yes. This probably gave the timeout. Oh, it's actually active. So this one basically runs the application just at the root. This is the new one. The other one. This is the one today. This one, the old add-in just kicks in the home HTML. That's just HTML and JavaScript. Some functions in there, fabric, UI fabric, and some images maybe for the buttons specified in the XML, like this. Should be there. Like the icons. Let's see the button. Button 16, there it is, see? So this is clearly just a placeholder for the web application. And this one is running it from the startup, it's a .NET Conf thingy. Save it. This one says add MVC set compatibility version 2.2. So you might wonder why this is just the version 2.2 and not 3 something. So there's no MVC version. Later than 2.2. Google. Add MVC on the core 3.1. Like this. 3.0. So let's see if we can tweak this one into 3.0. How hard can it be? Let's work through this. Article explains the update for ASP.NET Core 2.2 project to ASP.NET Core 3.0. 3 to 19, 3 is installed. I already have that installed. The global JSON. If your solution relies on a global JSON file to target a specific .NET Core version, update this version to 3.0 something. And what do I have installed in here? .NET. Come on, net info. Three 102 or 3.0 preview something. Okay. Do I have a global JSON? Global JSON? No. Global? No. Do have packages in there for 2.2. Let's see. Only run ASP.NET Core 3 and later only run on .NET Core. Set target framework moniker to .NET Core 3.0 in the project. That's there, I think. This one. .NET Core App 3.0. Three 3.0. Obsolete references. Large number of NuGet packages are not produced for 3.0. Such a package reference should be removed from a considered project file for 2. Target framework and then something in process and packages. Updated file. Removes the ASP.NET Core hosting model. property group. No. ASP.NET Core hosting model thing. That's Office. Item groups. Client app source. Components. App. TSX. Not sure why it just says remove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the index. App. Header. Hero list. Progress. And there's a test. There's not a test in there. Oh, darn. There we go. Folder. TypeScript compile. Target. Publish run webpack. npm install. Property group. There's another property group. Condition debug. Copy. Let's try to find this one. Oh. Let's try to find this one. ASP.NET Core hosting model. ASP Core hosting. It's not in there. Okay. No. Then the item group, ASP.NET Core app. That's this one. Include ASP.NET Core app. It should go. Removed. That's gone. Razor design. Razor. That's not in there. Click to expand. List specs is no longer being produced. Yeah, nice. They have all this MVC stuff, so the question was... This is what we did. Depends using Docker, no. Depending on Docker. Startup changes. There you have this. ASP.NET Core MVC. Startup. This one. That should have that one going. Delete. Just found something with the spa services thing. Found that in there as well somewhere. Here. What's with the spa services? Spa services. There are only 2 pointers. So what's the issue with that? To continue using features provided by removed assemblies, reference the 3.0 version of the corresponding versions. Entity Framework Core. Template generated web app. Spa services. Is that something like this? Manage Nuget packages. Updates. No. Installed. ASP.NET not ASP.NET Core app and .NET Core app. Part of ASP.NET Core app. Facebook. So this one, extension hosting. Preceding images delete code in red. Delete code doesn't show cookie options code, which was deleted prior to comparing the files. Doesn't show cookie options. Following image shows the added and changed lines. ASP.NET Core Razor web pages, web app. Preceding images, added code is shown in green for information following changes. Serves add MVC to add services add Razor pages. So that's this one. So that's instead of the add MVC. Let's first see if we can move this to 3 something. No. Dependencies. So what if we just uninstall this? Uninstall, no option. Implicitly referenced by to update packages, update the SDK to which it belongs, learn more. Yeah, that's what we did. And that's this one as well. So this is probably automatically pulled in, I think. Let's quickly go over this one. Startup. This one. Remove this one. This will go, and this will need services. Add razor pages. Add razor pages. I guess it's just pulling it in. No, that's probably related to Microsoft Extensions hosting. Using Microsoft Extensions hosting. Yeah. Let's see, ASP.NET Builder, that's still in there. Hosting, still in there. Then the SPA services, that's interesting because that's needed for React. Configuration, dependency injection and hosting. Now add razor pages. Why is this not pulled in? iSource collection does not contain a definition. IMVZ core builder. Let's see, there's configure. This one is no longer there. iWeb host environment. iWeb host environment. iWeb host environment. No. Oops. Let's see what's removed from here. Use MVC. Set. Not making it lowercase. No, come on. That's the one. Use SPA. It's like the client app. That's this one. This is the routing. Add razor pages. Use routing. App use routing. App. Oh, what's this? Use routing. App use authorization. Authorization. is not in there. This is outdated. What's this? 2 3 to 5 3 1. What version did we have? 3 1. Okay. This is not in there. And we have target 3 1. Let's do it right then. Immediately from there. Where's the project? Three, 1. That's this one. Then the reference, package reference, ASP.care MVC, something MVC stuff. MVC, there's no MVC in there. Docker, we don't have Docker. Breaking changes, then component tag helper, we don't use that. For 5 you change this one, then update the MVC caching abstraction. It's not yet used here either. So I'm not sure why this one is still failing. Package reference, Microsoft ASP.care Razor design. That's all gone. Removed. Review breaking changes. Let's see what's happening if we build this. Build. Output. One failed. Error list. Spa services does not exist. Google. Let's find the spa services. ASP.NET Core 3.0. 3.0, 3.2.2 and 2.1. React Development Server. Use spa. Spa services does not exist. spa services. .NET Core 3. That's introduced by 3.1. So we need to bring in Microsoft ASP.NET Core spa services. New GA packages. Browse. Spa services. Three one, yes. Well, let's install this. Three one two, 313. This one is 313, yes. Let's bring it in. Okay. Accept. And now let's close this again. Extensions. Let's try to rebuild. Failed. React development server is not in there. Wow. Okay. Question is that still needed?
This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to use the force for good, of course. Our Skywalker, that's my time. Here we go. If I were a Jedi, I could out-rap Buster Rhymes. Going in like Qui-Gon Jinn for the win, I could flow in quadruple time. And at the Canadian
Breaking changes. I need this one in there.
This is not the undeclared MC Lars merch that you're looking for. I could levitate like Yoda, I'd eradicate Ebola. I could pick up girls literally, even master the viola. I could read all of War and Peace in 10 minutes, entirely in Russian just to say that I did it. I could even catch a golden snitch playing Quidditch.
Wait, wrong movie, innit?
Pod racing up the 101, surpassing Golden Gate traffic. R2 on the roof of my Prius, dude. I could FaceTime holographic. I'd play for the A's and we'd win every game. Resurrect Mac Dre, do it all for the Bay. They'd all say, hey, Lars is neato.
This one.
Let me cut the line of El Theralito. 2 years ago, a friend
3.
asked me to
This is
sing
part of
so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. I fought the Sith, then it went this way.
use React development server. Namespace. Spa services. Assembly extensions. This one. install. Okay. Accept. Identifier expected. Yeah. Now it's recognized. Let's build it again. Build dependencies. No, just build. Oh, yeah. Type is missing for the following properties. Title is a visual module. There's no default export. Endpoint routing. Endpoint routing. Is that a mistake from my part? Use endpoints. Let's see. Use HTTP redirection. That's that one. Static files. Use spa static files. Use endpoint routing. Use routing. I should say use routing. Thought I already changed this. Use routing, use authorization. Endpoint routing is not used in there. Was it in the previous one? Don't think so. Use authorization, use endpoints, map razor pages. App use endpoints. No clue what it's used for this time. Endpoints. Oh. Endpoints. Fat arrow. Like this. Something in there. Endpoints. Endpoints. Map. Razor pages. Use endpoints. This is still not recognized. Extensions hosting. That's in there. Builder hosting configuration dependencies. This one is extra hosting. Let's find this one. Copy. No. At least I don't think so. What does it say about the endpoints? This one. See eraser pages, migrate startup configure in this document. Use endpoints. Adding eraser pages now opt-in. Use MVC without endpoint routing. No. Map health checks. Well, let's check app endpoints. Use endpoints. App use. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's a little P. There it is. Yes. Much better. Oh. Something missing here. Yeah. Oh, why it's showing all the... Oh, it's saving all the switch spaces. Build it. Running out of water. No issue in here. That's in the test file. Import star. That should be something like this. Much better than the React DOM. I guess it's exactly the same. Import, because it's TypeScript, star as React DOM from React DOM. That looks better. What's this? It? What's this? That's some testing thing, I think. React DOM render. Like this one. Try npm I type suggest. Can we just exclude this one? First, let's build this again. Rebuild it. Close all documents. What happens if I just run the project? 5. That was already running. Let's stop this. Stop this one. What do we have here? We can close this one. Said close this one. Yeah. Terminal, can close the terminal for now. And let's move away from the thing. This, we might still need this one, and this is the same. Close this one. Analyzer support. Razor class library. Razor class library provides UI components for MVC. Must set add Razor support for MVC property in the project file. Okay. Configuration. Migrate Kestrel configuration to web host builder. A lot more in here than I expected. Use routing. This one was use MVC. There's some update that we needed in there as well. Startup. We used to have this one, routes. This one, map route. Routes map route, that's what we do. Default. That's a name. Template. Controller is home. Action is index. ID. That needs to be turned over into this one. No signal R stuff in there, but it's just this one. Copy. Use authorization. Like this. And this one we can remove. The other one, map controller, default, that's the name. Name. Oh. Come on. Name. Like this, default. The other is... let's... controller. Template. Let's check. Oh, yes. Name, pattern. Only things in name pattern. The URL of the pattern of the route. So this is now called pattern. Pattern, yes. This is not allowed, I think. No. Control route. So there's no need for brackets in here. Something like this. Then we can remove map razor pages, I think. This is the one that we replaced. Use endpoints, we already defined that, I think. Comment this out. Why is there a squiggly under there? Telecode suggests based on recent edits, delete code. Which one? 25. Line 25. Okay. But this one can go. Add razor pages. Do we need that? Configure services not shown in here. Routing code. Operator pages. So the suggestion would be to take this one out. Guess so. Build. Rebuild. Output. One succeeded. It succeeded. So now, can we do something like this? Use spa. Client app is development. Let's just run it and see if it runs. It's not bringing in my website, I think. This one. Running out of water. Blooper reel. Someone clip this? I think it's running in a timeout or something. Loading. Is it maybe breaking somewhere? This is the new one. This is the... Oh, there it is. Ooh. Add authorization. Okay. In fact, this time I don't think I use authorization yet. Let's close this down again. Stop this. Authorization. If the app uses authorization, place the call to use authorization and use authorization after use routing. This one. But we miss the configure services then. If the app calls use static pages, place use static pages before use routing. Is this the right project? Use routing. Use static files before that. Yes, that's already before. If the app use CORS, use authentication 90 file entries. Configure. This is all in the configure part. Nothing in the configure services. This is the configure services. Add authorization. Yeah, so if we put in authorization, that's a different part. Use authentication, that's so interesting. Because the authentication was in there. I think. Map default controller route, this is one. And it's map razor pages. Add razor pages. can just put this one in. MVZ controller. Use routing endpoints. That's what we just did, I think. So let's just take the authorization out for now. What's this? Value 30 days. You might want to change this for production scenarios. Okay. So let's run this. Oops. Invalid operation. Unable to find the required services. Please add all the required services by calling iService collection add controllers. Inside the call configure services, but which one does it use? Web controller router. That's interesting, because this is failing. Use endpoints. Use endpoints. See erase pages or migrate startup configure. Use routing. Doesn't configure. Let's see. As routing, if the app calls, then put use static file before you use routing. That's what we do. Let's see. If the app use authentication, no. After use routing, but before use endpoints. Replace use MVC with endpoints. Yeah. So this one says, let's see, we had authentication, and we add in authorization. Most app calls to use authentication and use authorization and use course must appear between calls to use routing and use endpoints to be effective. Map default controller route, is that what we do? Map controller route. Google. Unable to find the required services. Unable to find required services. That's something like this. Unable to find the required services. Replace map route with map controller route. Yes, that's what we did. Since routing now included support for more than just FTD, terminology has changed. Map controller routes are applied in order when they are added. More specific routes, just as routes in area, add conventional route for this one. But to do so, there must be put something in the configure services. Let's find that. Configure services. Use endpoints. Routes. Add routing. Looks like it needs to take add routing, but it's not in here then. Configure services. It's not in there. Do we need it for this? Can't imagine. Excel, close Excel. We're getting there. Five. Is it still breaking? No, it's still running. Something compiled completely. There it is. Yay! Okay. Got it. Show task pane. Loading. It's very slow. Now breaking maybe. No. Wow, this is slow. Is it just slow or is it... what is it? Did it break? Oh, there it is. It's just very slow. Now we do this and then color. There it is, blue. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a .NET Core 3.0 application. Ta-da! Right. So apparently the here's user routing. Apparently the add razor pages are needed to bring this in. So what if I... Was this already in the previous one as well? So let's see. Close this. Close the browser. So turn it over to 3 something. This is the can go version. That's the one that I cloned. No, this is the basic one. It's not a GitHub version. CD, data projects. This was in the browser and sort it on date. Oh. 4.9. It's like this. I cloned it here, I think. Yes. Samples. So, we should compare this one. Can we? This is the can go stuff. So let's kill the can go stuff and remove it from here. Can go. Let's clean things up a little bit. Also, the Visual Studio templates is not really needed anymore because we don't see any updates in that. Templates is the one that they get cloned. Samples, and then we have the core React add-ins. This one. Now I would like to see the difference between this one copy file, open file, startup, open, and bring this to horizontal, vertical document group. No. There we are. So let's see what the difference are in there. Maybe we do it different. Take the horizontal. Let's make this a little bit smaller so we can compare it. That's the same. The HTTPS policy is gone. MVC is gone. this one is gone. This one is still in there, but we have a new one. This one is in there, this one is in there, and this one. No. Min, plus, like this. This is all the same. Configure services, that's changed a little bit. Add razor pages. Was that in the documentation, the add razor pages? This one. Add razor. Services. Change add MVC to add razor pages. See MVC service registration in the document. Configure services, add controllers. The following example: add support for razor pages and minimal controller support web application. Controllers with views. The new method can also be combined. The following example is equivalent to calling add MVC in ASP core 22. So we also need apparently this one. If I'm correct. Add MVC. Following example, add support for controllers, API related features, views but not pages. So this is pages and this is controllers, so you can mix them up apparently. And what's this one? Support for controllers and API related features, but not views or pages. So equivalent for add MVC is this one, controllers with views and add razor pages. Should be like this. Instead of this one, we now replace them with two other lines. Add static files, still in there. In production, the React files will be served from this directory. Yes. Client app build. Then configure. Developer exception page still the same. Use HSTS. Redirection static, spa static. Then replace the routing. Authorization, we can take that out for now. In map razor pages, we should, I think, put this one in there. For the MVC and the pages, we can take this one out. spa, that's still the same. So it's like this, yeah. Looks legit. Save, save. Don't save. Now let's try to run this once more. Let's make a copy of this page, a link to this page. Put it in my notes. Migration 2.2 to 3.1. Save. Close this one, I think. And we can clear something up there. Let's remove all of this. There we are. So now we are going to run this as ASP.NET Core 3.1 version. Close all of this. Close this one. Nice clean desktop. This is the change items. There we go. Now let's do this. We only have Visual Studio running. Let's hit F5 and we should get Excel with an add-in based on ASP.NET Core 3.1. It's already initialized, but in the backend it's still compiling, and we can see it in here. I wonder what this is. Sounds like a Greek piece of text. There we go, request started. And compiling. Get it going, guys. Bring it on. Still very slow, if you ask me. Powerful machine. Let's do it. Come on. Bring it on. Process memory. It's taking a lot of memory. Come on, guys, I have more to do. Or is it already in there? Oh, why are we waiting for this? Oh, it was already in there. Stupid. That's one for the blooper reel again. So now we should be able to hit this one. Loading. It's also accessibility good to go. Usually we get something like loading add-in in here, but it's now loading in there. Let's see if this is still alive. This. Loading. There it is. And we should get a blue square if we run this. True. Now let's prove that this is almost Friday. I want to put in the version information. And I did that in the other application. But let's for now just go into here to the app, I think. There's something like run. Let's make this one yellow. And also look for Friday. There you go. There's Friday. Almost Friday, but this is .NET 3. So next time we will put the runtime version information in here so we can see it. Let's save this. Now it's recompiling. There you go, successfully compiled. Now it should reload, I think. Read failed. Oh, okay. Well, there it is. Updated in the background. And now let's select this one and run this, and it's now yellow. Ta-da! So we got it actually working. So let's get back to the main screen and then I clean up a little bit. Let's go back in here. So what did we do today? We moved over the Excel add-in created by the Office development team for .NET Framework 2.2, and I switched it over to .NET 3.1, if I'm correct. Let's quickly have a look. Yes, .NET Core App 3.1, so that's not really 5 yet, but that's a long way to go. And actually got it going. We created an add-in running in Excel based on .NET Framework 3.1. So next time I probably will create a pull request to update the Nuget package on the interwebs by the Office team and actually push it in as an update for this project. Let's do that next time. For now, let's quit this show, end it. Next week I will be back again, at least on Thursday, but maybe also on Tuesday, depending on how I feel corona-wise, and because I feel somewhat of a lag doing things outside, listening to the news, but that's a weird thing going on with hundreds of people dying in New York at this time while we are speaking. For now, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.